burn calories. We're going to move a little bit more quickly through the Sun Salutation series, doing some poses you already know and adding some new ones too. Beginning with mountain pose at the top edge of your mat. Inhale, bring the arms above the head, stretch the waist. Exhale, dive the spine down, placing the hands on the shins or on the floor. Inhale, flat back up, shoulders down. Exhale, bend the knees, ground the hands, and walk or jump to high plank. Exhale, lower yourself down. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, reach the right leg, square the hips, really yawn that hip. Exhale, bring the right foot through and pivot the back heel. Inhale, warrior one. Exhale, pivot the body, push the arms away, warrior two. Inhale, straighten the front leg. Now reach out and long, placing the hand on the shin. Rotate the chest up and take your gaze up into triangle pose. Staying here for 2 breaths. Shoulders back and down, legs are straight and strong, very nice. Take an inhale, bring the arm above the head with the palm facing down. Now exhale, reach a little bit longer through the spine. Now look down, bend the front knee, revolve back into warrior two on your inhale. On your exhale, settle into warrior two. Inhale, warrior one, back arm comes up. Exhale, vinyasa, take it back with knees down or up, lower. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, left leg reaches nice and high. Exhale, curl that spine, get that leg through, pivoting the back heel. Inhale, warrior one. Exhale, hands to heart, push away, warrior two. Inhale, straighten the front leg. Exhale, use that breath to lengthen your spine out. Hand to shin, revolve the chest open, take your gaze up. Good, both legs really straight, spine is long, shoulders are broad. Inhale, bring the arm above the head with the palm facing down. Good, now exhale, stretch the spine a little bit longer. Inhale, bend the front knee, revolve, warrior two. Exhale, settle into warrior two. Inhale, warrior one, back arm up. Exhale, vinyasa, take the leg back and lower. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Great work. Moving on. Inhale, slowly lower the body into a high plank. We're gonna hold here for 5 breaths. Now you can always bring the knees down, but I encourage you to challenge yourself, challenge your willpower, challenge your presence of mind to stay in plank. Let's take 3 more breaths. Make sure the belly is pulled up and in to support your weight from underneath. Strong shoulders, open chest. 1 last breath. Really, really great work. Now we're gonna move into side plank. Look down at your toes, open the feet about as wide as your arms. Now gently shift the weight over onto your right hand and pivot to the sides of your feet. When you're ready, exhale, lift the left hand off the ground and open up into side plank. Good, now to modify, all you need to do is bring that inner knee down. That'll really help. Good, now let's go ahead and hold side plank for just a few breaths. Working to pull the shoulders down, use the core muscles to hold you up. Strong legs, 1 more breath. Really nice work. Now with control, take yourself back to plank. Here we go, other side. Shifting over to the left hand, feeling that weight transfer, sides of the feet come down. Right arm comes up, exhale, good. Once again, strong shoulders, shoulders away from the ears, tight belly, firm thighs, everything contributing to your support, and breathe. 1 more for me. So great. Now with control, look down and once again shift into plank. Very slowly on your exhale, lower the body to the floor. See if you can do it with the knees up this time. All the way down to the stomach. Great. Uncurl your toes, gently push back into child's pose. This time, I want you to lay the forehead on the floor and then gently glide the hands around to the heels, flip the palms up, and rest the shoulders on the knees. Okay, take an exhale as you roll up into a seated position. Now we're going to learn 3 dynamic yoga sequences that you haven't done before, so go ahead and have fun with it. Stand up on the knees. We're going to begin with camel pose flow. Take your hands at the heart center. Inhale, push your hips forward slightly and open the chest to the ceiling, letting the head fall back. Now don't feel any compression in your lower back. Really lift out of it. Exhale, reach the arms behind you. Inhale, lift the spine, bring the arms out to the side, lower the chest on your exhale, reach your fingertips back. Inhale, curl the hips underneath you, find that prayer position. Exhale, stand up tall. Let's do it again. Inhale, hips forward, chest up. Exhale, reach the arms back. Inhale, lift the spine, roll over, chest down. Exhale, fingertips back. Inhale, curl, and exhale, stand. Good. Inhale. Really try to find the flow. Exhale. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Inhale, curl the spine. Find that prayer position. Exhale, and 2 more. Should feel really good on the spine. Last one. Curling up and finding prayer pose. Nice. Now let's move into up dog, down dog flow. Go ahead and put your hands at the front edge of the mat, curl your toes under, lift your hips, exhale, down dog. Now really focusing on rippling your spine forward. On an inhale, curl your hips, push your hips forward, exhale, upward facing dog with the toes still curled in. Inhale, chin to chest, push the rib cage up and find your down dog. 4 more. Inhale, curl the spine, then arch the chest. Inhale, chin to chest, push, and exhale back. Really nice. Make sure the low belly stays in on your up dog. Inhale, use those core muscles, down dog. Last 2. The spine should feel like a wave coming from the top of the head to the base of the hips. 1 more. Really, really good. Settle in. Take 1 inhale, exhale here. On your next inhale, bend the knees, look up between the hands and either walk or jump to the front edge of your mat. Inhale, extend the spine forward. Exhale, round down with arms out like wings, coming all the way up. And then finding your mountain pose. Now we're going to do the chair pose flow. This is my absolute favorite. Look down at your feet and open up about hip distance apart. Take your hands forward with the palms facing down. Let's break it down once slowly, then we'll pick up the pace. Exhale, curl the chin to the chest, slowly lower the body down. Put your seat on the floor. Inhale, lift your legs up off. Try not to press into the neck. Exhale, swing your arms back, keep the knees bent and stretch your shoulders. Inhale, lift your arms into chair pose, push into those legs. Exhale, mini back bend at the top. Inhale, arms lower again. Let's do it again. Exhale, curl and sit down with control. Inhale, lift the hips, long legs. Without using the hands, swoop yourself up, stretching the shoulders. Inhale, chair pose, low, low chair. Inhale, mini back bend at the top, and then lower the arms down. 3 more times. Really use your breath to control the body, find your core muscles, work from the center. Inhale down, last 2. And swoop. Keep the knees bent, chest to thighs, stretch. Inhale, chair. Push through those legs, mini back bend. Inhale, arms down, last 1. And lift, long body. Exhale, bent knees. Clasp those hands and stretch. Inhale, chair pose. Exhale, push through those legs, stretch. And the hands come down. Good. Now take one hand on one elbow, the other hand on the other elbow, and slowly drop the chin to the chest and do a nice roll down. Since we're winding down, I want you to bend the knees a little bit. Just sway the torso back and forth. Release that body. Let the heart rate come down. softly drop your hands to the floor, and with a heavy head, exhale, roll up to standing. Tall spine, nice and relaxed. Great work at raising that heart rate and burning those calories.
Aligned along a central channel called the Sushumna, the 7 chakras run from base to crown, generating the patterns of the auric field. Their spinning comes from the intersection of 2 basic currents, one from above and one from below. As these currents pass between the chakras, the centers spin like gears that take us on our journey through life. Together, these 7 chakras describe a profound formula for wholeness and a template for transformation. The location of the chakras in the body gives meaning to their respective levels of consciousness, which we will explore as we enter the lotus of each chakra, beginning with the 4-petaled red lotus located at the base of the spine. The first chakra represents the material world, the indrawing gravity of matter, the force which binds energy into form and creates the density that we experience as the physical world. Its element is earth, and this chakra represents the survival instinct and our primal connection to the earth's matrix of life. It is believed that the serpentine energy of the goddess Kundalini Shakti lies coiled 3 1/2 times around the base chakra, holding matter together. When aroused, Kundalini journeys up the spine, piercing and awakening each chakra in turn, seeking her divine partner, Shiva, who abides in pure awareness. The name of this chakra, Muladhara, means root support. To have the proper foundation for the long journey upwards, one needs roots deep in the earth. It is here that you come home to the peace, stillness, and solidity that is found in the natural world. Meditate here with your roots in the earth, honoring the temple of your body. Muladhara now remains awakened at the base of the spine as we open to the 6-petaled orange lotus of the 2nd chakra, called Svadhisthana, meaning one's own place. This chakra is related to the element water and represents the dual nature of existence, the constant ebb and flow of polarity, opposites attracting, moving and flowing toward each other with a primal longing to merge together as one. Here we tap into the primal flow of the life force energy, pulled by the currents within the soul, urged by our longings and desires. At the level of the 2nd chakra, the Kundalini serpent both divides and unites, creating the eternal yin-yang of existence, spinning in ultimate balance. chakras as the seat of movement, sensation, pleasure, desire, and emotion. As two bodies connect with each other in erotic communion, they become one in ecstatic embrace, opening to the waters of passion and their ocean of bliss. Satisfied, we move from the waters of the second chakra into the third chakra, located in the solar plexus, the yellow lotus of Manipura, which means lustrous gem. Consciousness ignites the fires of our will to burn through resistance and vitalize the entire system. Pulsating flames of energy enliven us to awaken our power, to burn with purpose, to strengthen our will. We keep that flame alive through all its trials and tribulations as we burn through blocks into ever greater freedom and power. Lest that fire burn itself out, that power must be tamed. Through diligent practice, we unite the energies within and around us. No small task as we follow the chaotic and fiery serpent of Kundalini, harnessing her energy to bring it into our bellies and blossom forth with power. This fire carries and sustains us as we burn through the ego and dissolve into the lustrous gem that is the true source of power in Manipura. Leaving the third chakra ignited, we rise again to the heart to find a green lotus of 12 petals called Anahata, meaning unstruck or unhurt. The element of this chakra is air as we rise up into the softness and spaciousness of the sky. Now the Kundalini serpent carries us upwards on wings of love to embrace the awakening of divine spirit, which bids the heart to open and fly free. Expanding into the element air with each breath we take, we soar towards the infinite, becoming light and spacious within. Dancing playfully with another, we enter the mystery of love and relationship as we transcend ego and journey with others into the divine realm of the heart. Uniting heaven and earth, masculine and feminine, mind and body in perfect balance, the heart is a soft place, tender, deep, a place of compassion and connection. When awakened, the heart beats with the rhythm of life, pulsing its love through all our relations, self and other, culture and planet, human and divine. As we open our own hearts, we tune into the global heart, now dawning at the frontiers of social awareness. From the balance of the heart, we now move into the blue lotus of 16 petals, located in the throat, called Vishuddha, which means purification. In the etheric realm of the throat chakra, Kundalini awakens the core vibrations within, as sound carried on the air of our breath opens our expression to the music of the stars. Listen to the murmur of the voice within. Listen to the song rising out of your heart. From the primordial Om, vibration ripples through all of creation, resonating, expressing, harmonizing, synchronizing, opening our voices to sing our truth into the chorus of life. From the inside out, our self-expression flows in waves of vibration, taking us deeper and yet deeper to the truth we hold within and the truth we find without. From essence into vibration, to sound, to language, communication, and expressions of creativity. Transferring music, knowledge, and poetry through time. As the fifth chakra vibrates within the throat, we move up to the brow chakra, a lotus of only 2 petals called Ajna, which means to perceive and to command. Kundalini is now a glowing serpent of light, uncoiling from the depths of our meditation to open chakra 6, the third eye, center of vision, insight, and the limitless world of light. The 2 petals of this chakra bring resolution of duality to the single-pointed focus of the third eye. This is the chakra of seeing, of imagination, the place that reveals the radiant light within. Focus your consciousness on this center to find insight, to seek vision, to bask in the eternal beauty of the inner world, as rays of awareness pierce through illusion and bring clarity. As the third eye opens between our two physical eyes, we enter the deep meditation that reveals the light within. Keep your gaze steady among your many thoughts and find the portal to the inner mysteries of illumination as they unfold their elegant patterns in the mind's eye. Follow these patterns to discover and achieve your dreams. Seek your guiding vision within the quiet stillness of your inner world. Once we have seen the path, the Kundalini serpent finds her way straight up the spine to pierce the crown chakra, Sahasrara, meaning thousandfold. Fully complete from base to crown, the seventh chakra can now blossom forth as the thousand-petaled lotus of infinite awareness, emanating from the dimensionless point of consciousness within. You are that consciousness, awake, aware, intelligent, divine. Ever unfolding into infinite awareness, the nature of consciousness has no limits. Still your mind to the unfolding petals within. Witness the unfolding sparks of illumination. As Kundalini meets her divine consort Shiva, Shiva, who gives birth to stars and takes you beyond the lower realms to journey to the heart of the cosmos. To the intelligence of creation itself, the realm of divine mind, the universal consciousness that is the source of all. journey back down through each chakra once again on the current of manifestation, knowing that we have awakened the 1,000-petaled lotus of cosmic consciousness. We have seen the beauty of the inner world. We have opened our throats in song. We have joined together in love. Burned through inertia into fire. Danced in the waters of duality. And found our way home to earth. Chakras are within us, awakened, enlivened, part of one being, united from base to crown, energized and fully illuminated. From the one to the many, and the many to the one, we are the rainbow bridge between the worlds.
Welcome to our workout. We're going to begin with the most fundamental exercise that represents the most basic pattern of movement of the universe. And to begin with, then we bring ourselves to a very centered standing position, and we become aware of an ideal, artistic, powerful center. And with that center, we envision within our chest, about 3 inches below our collarbone and a few inches within, is an incredibly powerful sunlight. And right now, it's a little teeny seed of light. It's a very, very focused, concentrated, or contracted into a very tiny spot in that center of our chest. And we yearn to allow that to open and to radiate outward. And it begins to do so. This incredible light starts to fill our entire chest, filling it with the golden white energy, allowing every molecule, every atom to expand and open itself up, filling our shoulders, our neck, our rib cage with this powerful light. It begins to flow upward through our neck, out into the space in front of us and behind us. In every direction, it expands more and more fully. And we feel filled with light as this expands our upper arms. It goes further up our neck into our jaw, to the back of the head, into our lips, our cheeks, our nose. It expands more fully down our arms, through our elbows. It flows down our ribs into the small of the back and into all of our internal organs, expanding and opening them up. It fills fills up our eyes and our forehead and our eyebrows. Our entire head gets filled and expanded with this light. It flows down into our pelvis, our buttocks, our groin. It fills our thighs and our hamstrings. It flows further down the arms towards the wrists, into the palm, into the fingers, and the arms grow longer and fuller, beginning to reach out further. They grow so long they can start to get toward the floor or the wall as the energy flows down through the knees, into the calves and the shins, down into the ankles, over the arch of the foot, into the toes. It's now flowing through every particle of our body, and it flows out into our entire personal atmosphere. Our entire aura is now filled and expanded, and now that entire sense of us begins to go so large that it goes through the ceiling, through the walls, down into the depths of the earth as the arms reach further out, reaching further and further out towards the walls. And the legs expand, opening themselves up, widening your base, going through the floor, deep into the earth. And as your energy field expands, it takes in all of the earth. So now the earth is part of you. You take in every particle around you, and you go through the Earth's ozone layer out into space, out into our solar system, taking in all of the planets. Pluto is just the tip of your finger now. And the sun is at the center, and it goes out beyond our solar system into the Milky Way, and we begin to move in large, expanded, abstract gestures throughout the entire space. Every particle, when you open your eyes and look, your eyelashes create a wave that goes all the way to the furthest edges of this dimension and out into other dimensions, parallel universes. One stroke of your hand will move a planet from one universe to another universe. And we let a nice ah emanate from that center way out into space. Ah. And we move through the space fully, freely, dynamically, taking up the entire room, every portion of the room, high and low, fast and slow, any sounds that want to come out, ah, hey, hey, ooh. And keeping the energy body really, really expanded. Feel the exuberance of this incredibly expanded light self in every part of your body, and let yourself just walk through this space, feeling the center, and repeat this after me. I am a creative being.
I am a creative being.
I have the ability to radiate.
I have the ability to radiate.
Lifting my arms above me, I soar above the earth.
Lifting my arms above me, I soar above the earth.
Lowering my arms, I continue to soar.
Lowering my arms, I continue to soar.
In the air, moving around my head and shoulders.
In the air, moving around my head and shoulders.
I experience the power of thought.
I experience the power of thought.
In the air, moving around my chest.
In the air, moving around my chest.
I experience the power of feelings.
I experience the power of feeling.
And in the air, moving around my legs and my feet.
In the air, moving around my legs and my feet.
I experience the power of will.
I experience the power of will.
I am that I am.
I am
that. And then begin to separate yourself from all that is and knit every particle of you closer, closer to each other, contracting, drawing in your energy, focusing the energy, drawing in from the furthest reaches of the universe into the Milky Way, in from the Milky Way to the solar system, from the solar system back to the Earth, and from the whole Earth, separating yourself and drawing yourself back into your own space, bringing yourself back to your own energy field, feeling all of your energy focusing, and then drawing it in further, contracting it so that each particle of you gets smaller, tighter, more and more concentrated, more and more focused, harder, firmer, drawing yourself in tightly, wrapping yourself around yourself, drawing yourself down to the ground, getting smaller, tighter, darker, harder, separated, drawn in, deeply focused, until you are taking up the smallest amount of space that your body can possibly take up. Pulling everything in tight and hard, solid, very contracted, closed, and separated. And now, keeping your energy field very, very tight, very focused, bring yourself back up to a standing position. Notice the process is a series of contractions. When you open your eyes, even your vision is contracted. And now the sound that you make, the sound wave that was once so expanded is now very, very focused. Harder, tighter. You begin to move through the space in contracted motions. Maybe try to do some of those large movements you did before. Maybe you can't. Let that contract itself into the space. Maybe the sound of E is easier in the contraction. Or maybe the sound of ooh gets into that very focused part. Ooh. And gradually, on a 10 count, if we count this as 0, we'll gradually expand. 0. 1. Letting that light expand. 2. Letting it grow more. 3. It's expanding more. 4. 5. You're pretty much at your normal expanded level. It's your own aura, your own personal atmosphere. 6, it grows beyond that. 7, it gets bigger and fuller. 8, beyond the solar system. 9, out into the Milky Way. 10, way out into the universe. Way expanded again. Feel the light, see the light, expand every part of you. And now draw it in on a 5 count, back to 0. 5, 4, 3 is halfway, 2, 1, 0. And opening again on a 5 count. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then very quickly on a 3 count. 1, 2, 3. And back up. 1, 2, 3. And now almost instantly. 1. Contract it. Expand. 1. One more time. 1. And up. 1. And now to a 3. 1, 2, 3. And now just back to neutral on a 2 count. 1, 2. And now standing in neutral, letting the body be in neutral, we're going to let our energy body work. And we're going to send it out to a 10 on a 3 count. Ready? 1, 2, 3. We're going to draw it in instantly on a 1. 1. Back up on a 1. 1. And back up, down on a 1. 1. And back to neutral on a 1. Nice, nice. Shake your body out a little bit. Very, very nice. Now we're going to move through the elements of earth, water, air, and light, because we are all made up of those 4 elements. And if we're missing any of those elements from our lives, the universe will surely provide it for us in perhaps a less pleasant way than this way. So this is a lot more fun. So we're going to begin by imagining that we are the most solid earth we can imagine. That might be granite or marble. You can use your imagination. Maybe it's crystal, maybe it's diamond. But you are so solid, the most contracted elements of material that you can imagine. And not only are you so solid, but the entire space around you is so solid. You are an artist within that. And you want to try and shape that space. You want to try and move with every muscle of your body. But because you are so solid, it may not even be possible to move, but you try. And then that solidity begins to soften a little bit, and you become a little more like clay, like earth that you can sculpt or mold the shapes. Your body shapes the space, and every movement that you make, whether it's with your hair or the back of your ear, it affects the shape of the space. Your breath must carve through the space. And let's try some consonants with this. M. And maybe try some faster movements. Good, and feel that molding movements, shaping the space shaping you, working together, forming, giving form. That earth material gives form. In these large abstract gestures, you're moving with your entire body. You move up and you move down, sometimes slow, sometimes faster. And then this earth, like clay, like resistance, becomes easier to move through as more water starts to come into it. It gets more muddy, a little easier, it's not so hard, until more water merges with the earth and the element begins to dominate. The element of water brings a flowing quality into your body. Then you move with that flowing quality. Your eyes flow. And now we'll work on all the different vowels flowing. Ah, oh, ooh, ah, and really let that pelvis flow. And feel that kind of lyricism. Yes, very lyrical. And then float in place for a moment. Just, yes. Like a lily on a pond. Just feel that almost still, but floating lightly, supported entirely by the water. And then let your fingers skim across that water. Feel that skimming, flowing, and floating, all that water does. And then let that pick up until it becomes a stronger current that takes you, perhaps like a mountain stream tumbling down over a waterfall. And then let it take off. Let yourself take off as you evaporate into air and you begin to fly. You fly in the whole space. Take up every part of the room that you've got. Let your arm fly out into space. Let a leg fly into space. Let the sound fly. Try T's and K's and P's. P's, B's. And then walk with flight. Just walk around the room, flying around the room. Really fly. Let yourself really fly. Stand still for a moment. Let your eyes fly. Fly your eyes, fly your eyes, fly, fly. And then run again and take off. Let yourself accelerate right through the space. Go! Flying, 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 flying so fast that you go right past the Earth's ozone layer and you crack into lightning. And light becomes the element. From air we go to light, and we're lightning, and then fire. Fire. You are the fire. The air is on fire. The air is fire. And then it turns into laser. Strong, defined movements. Very focused. Legs high, low. Every part of the room. And then stand still and just feel the laser burning through the space. Feel it. If you really fly and you really burst on fire when you stand still, your entire energy field will be radiating throughout. And then it becomes sunlight. A field of sunlight, you are the ray of the light. You are the ray of the light. And that brings you right to center again. And we now take that ray of light and we focus it in a legato movement to the right, where we thrust our entire body to the right. Gently, smoothly, focusing that light to the right, sending it out at the center of your chest, through your fingertips and your eyes and your legs, flowing in one constant movement back to the center, and then to the left in a continuous legato motion, drawing back to the center, sending that light now up next, going up, and then bringing yourself back to center and going deep into the earth. Send that light deep into the earth. And then coming back to center, sending it behind you. Bringing it back to center and giving it all forward. Drawing it back to center. And now a little more quickly to the right. Keeping those shoulders down. Center, left. Center and going up. And center and coming down. And center and going back. And center and going forward. And a little more quickly and lyrically to the right, center and left, and center and up, and center and down, and center and back, and center and forward. Sharpen it up and right, center left, center up, center down, back, center forward, right, left, up, down, back, forward, right, left, up, down, back, forward, right, left, down, up, down, 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 down. And anyway, till we got chaos. And from chaos, we come back to a moment of stillness. In appreciation for the ability to move our bodies, our hearts, our imaginations, and our creative spirits. Thanks.
Start the zero breath pattern and focus your eyes straight ahead on a focal point so that they are looking neither up nor down. Relax the jaw with the mouth open slightly, the lips relaxed and parted just enough to exhale the air. Engage deep diaphragmatic breathing supported by the abdomen muscles. Breathe in through the nose and out through the relaxed, slightly open mouth. Create a slow breathing pattern with the inhalation length the same as the exhalation. Count the duration of each in your mind to ensure they're equal. Allow a gentle and soft turnaround between the inhalations and exhalations. With each inhalation, remind yourself to empty your mind as the oxygen flows in through your nose, bringing a sense of lightness to to your body and mind. With each exhale through the relaxed open mouth, remind yourself to let go of tension in the muscles, releasing this tension as you release the breath. After a few breath cycles in zero, change your breathing to nose breathing and engage in an inhalation that is slightly shorter than the exhalation, allowing a small hold after the exhale and acknowledging a gentle turnaround from inhale to exhale. Gradually add the facial aspect by inviting the muscles on the outside of the eyes and along the nasal ridge to abduct back towards the ears. Allow the muscles in the cheeks and the corners of your mouth to also abduct up and back, completing the fully integrated smile. Smile with your eyes. Now add posture. Start with the head tilting towards one side, keeping the front of the neck soft enough that the chin rests downward while the eyes continue to gaze at your focal point. Follow through with side bending and recognize how this affects your weight distribution all the way down to your feet. Remember to rotate your arms slightly so your palms open towards the ceiling or the wall in front of you. Hold the side bend towards one side for a few breath cycles and then try shifting slowly and gradually to the other side. Use the inhalation through the nose to bring your head to center and then exhale through the nose as you settle into bending on the other side. Remain bent towards that side for a while as you engage the full pattern. Bring your posture and your facial expression back to zero. Relax the face and place your focus on the focal point for a couple of zero breath cycles. Change your breathing back to nose breathing and gradually engage the 1B breath pattern. Keep the inhalation and exhalation lengths equal to each other. Incorporate a clear, strong stop after the inhale and exhale. Gradually add the facial aspect by inviting the muscles on the outside of the eyes and along the nasal ridge to adduct, moving in towards the midline of the face. Allow the muscles inside the nostrils to constrict, causing tension in the breath pattern. Add tension under the eyes as if the lower eyelid is trying to cover your eye. Move the entire torso forward and then lift it up slightly. Make sure the arms and hands move forward as well and the face presses directly forward. The jaw may also press forward, staying true to this posture's intention to initiate forward movement. Add a gripping tension in the toes and invite the muscle tension to follow all the way up the legs and through the arms and down to the hands. Switch your breathing back to zero. Bring your posture and your facial expression back to zero. Remain in the zero pattern for as many cycles as it takes to feel as if you have fully released this pattern. Change your breathing to mouth breathing. Make the inhalation and exhalation of equal lengths to each other. The inhalation and exhalation have a soft, slow motion turnaround with no holds or pauses. Gradually add the face by forming a subtle upper lip smile. Then allow your eyes to move back deep into your eye sockets, with your eyelids gently closing or almost closing. The posture is openly receiving, with the head tilting back slightly. The torso has subtle spinal undulations that lead with the navel pressing forward, followed by the throat pressing forward, and then returning back to center. The neck movement following that of the navel. Gently switch from the receptive to the active mode by first dropping the upper lip smile, then placing your focus in the middle of your chin with the intention of a subtle exposure of the lower teeth. Then allow your eyes to move closer to zero eyes, but keep them slightly retracted and actively focused on a focal point. Be in a position of openly receiving, upright posture with the head lifted up and facing forward. Keep the gentle and subtle spinal undulation, but do not tilt the head back so much that you lose contact with your focal point. Bring your posture and your facial expression back to zero. Change your breathing to mouth breathing and switch your breathing activation area to the high chest. Shorten the length of the inhalation and exhalation, creating shallow breathing. And add an occasional, fairly long hold after the inhalation. Encourage your eyes to move forward as if pushing out of their eye sockets and increasing the peripheral vision. Allow the mouth to drop open and stay open, creating an oval or circle shape. Fully embody this pattern by engaging the postural attitude. The upper back moves backward and lifts up, and other muscles in the body reflect this backward retrieving action. The eyes and face remain aligned with the focal point. During the occasional breath holds after the inhale, activate the eye movement with darting eyes around the room while the head stays still and body faces the focal point. Practice this pattern for a very short amount of time and return to zero breath. Switch your breathing back to deep, diaphragmatic breathing, releasing the upper chest tension as you bring your posture and your facial expression back to zero. Check that you fully relax the eyes, upper chest, and back. And slow your deep breathing rate down to long, smooth inhales and exhales. Inhale through the nose in one quick and open inhale, and then going directly into an exhalation out of the mouth in steps with a stop-burst pattern. Add sound to the exhale in the form of a ha-ha-ha, using the abdominal muscles to create the bursts of air on the exhale. Add the facial expression by forming a big smile on your face, starting by abducting the muscles around your eyes towards your ears, then encouraging the cheek muscles and corners of your mouth to pull up and back, forming a big smile that you will keep throughout the pattern. Invite the entire body to be loose and floppy. Various parts of the body may lift on the quick inhale through the nose and then drop with the first exhale burst. The whole body will lean in the direction of that initial drop, while the step exhales are emitted. Then with the next inhale through the nose, the body will lift slightly in another direction, and then drop into that new direction with the first exhale burst. Explore this full pattern, allowing the body to flop in various directions, including left, right, forward, and backward. Be sure to maintain the full smile throughout and check that your inhalation comes in through the nose. Then, return to zero breath. Standing tall and wide, poised and centered, zero posture. Take short, quick sniffs in through the nose, and then exhale out of the mouth in one long, smooth, deflating exhale. Add the facial expression with the high forward pinch of the eyebrows and the pouting mouth with the corners of the mouth pulling down. As you exhale out the mouth, imagine that a weight is pressing down on the top of your head, compressing your spine and causing your entire body to sink. Also let your body fold inward towards the midline, allowing the shoulders to curl in and arms and legs to pull inward. Even your feet and hands should point towards the center of your body. Direct your eyes to look down at the floor or in towards the center of your body around your navel. On the deflating exhale, allow sound to be emitted in the form of a long sigh or moan. Bring yourself to zero breath by reminding yourself to stand tall and wide, rolling the shoulders up and back and down to release the inward folding. Elevate the back of the head towards the ceiling and stretch the spine gently upward to release the weighty compression feeling. Then engage the zero breath pattern, making sure your inhalations are smooth, long, and equal to the length of your exhalation. Now, complete a full step out.